You can get your CDL for free. It's true, man. You can get your CDL for free. It's just that simple. The process is not a hard process. And it's something that I feel will change your life forever. You know what I'm saying? Basically, these trucking companies have programs called company-sponsored CDL programs, okay? And in a nutshell, these companies, after, you know, first you have to get approved, you know, through their insurance and all that stuff as far as to be an employee. That's the other thing, is a guaranteed job. But anyways, we'll get to that. They will put you on a bus. It's going to be an uncomfortable bus ride, but they'll put you on a bus. They're going to bring you wherever their training facility is. They're going to feed you breakfast and lunch. They're going to train you to be a CDL driver. They're going to put you through orientation, and then they're going to put you on a truck with a mentor, and you're going to start making money. Just like that. That's it. That's it. Now, a lot of people don't agree with this method just off the simple fact that going through these programs, you're not going to make as much if you were going through a private school that you paid out of pocket. You know what I mean? Because you're going through their program. So a lot of times what will happen is they will take out whatever the amount of the tuition is. They'll take it out of your check for, let's say, like the first year. But after that, they'll reimburse you as well. You know what I mean? So what'll happen is, let's say you go to a trucking company through the CDL sponsor program, and they'll say, we'll pay for it up front, but you got to pay us back that first year. We're going to take out $100 a check for that first year. Because they're not going to hit you in the head. They're not going to be taking out $500 a check. They're going to take out $100, if that. You know what I'm saying? But then what's going to happen is they're going to turn around that next year that you stay with them, they're going to pay you back that same $100. So if you stay for the duration, you will get your CDL for free. Now, when you hear people say, "Oh, well, you gotta stay with them and drive and blah blah," listen, man. A lot of people don't have they don't come from privilege. A lot of people got to get it any way they can. Like a lot of times, what I've learned, not a lot, but enough to acknowledge, some people who coming into this industry, man, you'd be surprised the way that they had to make their money beforehand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave that there. So telling them that, you know, oh, you only going to make $600 to $700 to $800 a week legally, and you telling them that that's pennies, but to them, that's probably the most money they've ever made in their life. It was for me. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want y'all to get, because there's a lot of truck drivers who go through this program themselves, get their CDL for free if they stay or if they choose to leave, because it's a choice. So for those that say, oh, well, if you don't stay through the program, they're going to put it on your credit, or they're going to come after you for the money you can sell in court. This is true, but that's because you made the choice to leave. Because the company-sponsored programs going to tell you what it is up front. Like, look, we're gonna get your CDL, and we're going to pay you this, and this is what it's going to be. You can either stay the duration, or once you get your CDL, you can leave, but you're going to be obligated, just like any other contract, you're going to be obligated for this amount of money, period. And you choose whether or not you want to do it. Now, listen, if you come from such a privileged background that you don't feel like you want to only make this amount of money a week and be stuck with a company for a guaranteed job, stuck for a year or two when you ain't made shit anyways the last 10 years working at the fucking 7-Eleven or Food Line or Farm Fresh or God knows what warehouse? No disrespect to any of those, but in comparison to trucking, they suck. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it a buck. You gonna tell them that they shouldn't do that? Who are you to tell somebody how much is enough for them just because it's not enough for you? You know what I'm saying, man? Like, I think we kind of, you know, but whatever. But yeah, man, so that's pretty much the gist of it, man. You can keep doing what you've been doing, and I'm talking to people that ain't even truck drivers yet, just thinking about, you can keep doing what you're doing, or you can go through this process and get your CDL for free, stay the duration of the program, or if you can do like most people do and do like I did. You get your CDL and you haul ass and you just pay that shit later. Oh, they're gonna put it on your credit. My credit fucked up anyways. I'll settle with them later. I got my CDL though, and I'm making X amount of dollars now. So the money that this CDL is gonna make me is gonna make that money that they're gonna put on my credit or I gotta pay later. That amount is going to be so insignificant in comparison to the money that I'm going to make. It's not even worth mentioning, in my opinion. It's not even worth mentioning. What the fuck are you talking about? CDL school, even if it is $5,000, I'm going to come into trucking my first year and make $35 to $40. When the last year I made $20,000. My second year, if I do what I'm supposed to do, I can jump up to $50 to $60. 4 years, 5 years in the game, I could be making $100,000 a year depending on what I'm doing. And I'm supposed to, oh man, you still had to pay $5. Man, nigga, shut the fuck up, is what I say to people like that, who will tell you to, because people don't know how to look further down the line, man. They can't look past the end of their nose on their face. So they can't see the investment. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I get there. That's just how I'm looking at it and how I'm trying to kick game to you, man. Like, you think about getting your CDL and you thinking about going through one of these company-sponsored CDL programs and getting your CDL for free, do it. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you, do it. Because what else you gonna do? Everybody ain't got $500 to go to a private CDL school. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, and then that's what's so crazy, because if you do, if you come up with $500 to go to a private CDL school, you go to most of these companies and they'll pay the rest of it, as long as you work for them. But some people don't even have the $500. $500 is a lot of money to most people. So I'm talking to, if you come from what I come from, where I was at, man, listen, man, go get that CDL, make your little $600 to $800, and I don't mean to say little in a disrespectful way, but make that for your first year, to get your shit paid off or whatever. Or if you want to leave and go make more money, cool. But just, it's there, man. The excuses that we make to not do something be ridiculous, man. The shit that we use to justify making dumbass decisions is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. Especially when the people that are talking us out of it have either already done it or don't know what the fuck they talking about. So you gonna let this guy who did the same thing you did just because he had a bad experience, but he's still driving trucks? It still led to everything. I don't care what nobody say. Everything that you do after you get your CDL is attributed to how you got your CDL. Period. You can't take it away. So for example, I went through CRST's program and got my CDL through them. So no matter what I do, buy a truck, a fleet, whatever, it always is going to be attributed to CRST for them saying, yeah, come on, we're going to get you your CDL, whether I paid it back right then and there, later, whatever. If it weren't for that program and me not having to put any money up front to get my CDL, I wouldn't have none of this. Not the big ass house, not the Tahoe I just bought my wife, not the Mercury that I had for 2 years and only spent $2 grand on. None of that shit. None of it. And that's what people be forgetting. They get a year, 2 years, 3 years of truck driving experience and they think they motherfucking Bill Gates. Nah, bro. Not at all. Not at all. You are not that far removed from a lifestyle of hardship, of frustration, of financial insecurity. So say what you want about these company-sponsored programs and, you know, oh, they pulling cheap freight and you ain't gonna make none. Hey, man, compared to what a lot of us came from before that, that shit is heaven on earth. Especially because it's nothing more than a doorway to a better life. Again, most of us don't come from a life of privilege. So anything over $40,000 to $50,000, we don't, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, man. I got aunties, uncles, grandparents, granduncles, whatever, that still ain't touched over $60,000 in a year. You know what I mean? And here I am making what I make, and I ain't even in my 30s yet. And I'm supposed to, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have been here if it weren't for the CDL program that got me my CDL. No matter how fucked up the training may have been, no matter how fucked up the facility may have been, the only thing that mattered was that I got that CDL. Period. And if you can't agree with that, then this might not be for you. If you can't see that, if you don't have the vision to see down the road on what you could potentially be doing with that CDL, this might not be for you then, man, because I don't want no more truck drivers out here that don't appreciate the blessing that they have. This coronavirus should be an eye-opener for a lot of you. Look at how many of your friends and family ain't working right now or have been affected so much where they got to rely on a $1,200 check from the government. No disrespect to anybody that got it, but come on, man. As a truck driver, $1,200, as a truck driver with more than 1 to 2 years experience, $1,200 might not even be a full week paycheck for us. What is you talking about? But we don't have those conversations. It's always, you know, what we want, what we want, what we want, what we need, what we need. We want more, we want more. We don't ever take the time to stop and really appreciate what we already have. And if you watching this video and you considering becoming a truck driver and going to CDL school, please don't forget the way you feel right now. Before you get your first check, before you get in the truck for the first time, remember this feeling of, I can't wait to experience that. I can't wait to get out there. And hold on to that shit, because that shit gonna keep you humble and it's gonna keep you from veering off the plan, veering off track. That shit is your blinders, you know what I'm saying? That feeling you got right now wanting to be a part of this industry. Don't get in here and do like the rest of us and fall into the bullshit of, well, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta, nah, man. Do what works for you. And if going to the CDL sponsor program works for you, I'm surprised you ain't left yet. I'd have been on the Greyhound yesterday. What you waiting on? Get off this video, go call the recruiter, set that up, kiss your family goodbye, and be like, I'm going to change our lives. Period. What more is there to be said? As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. Gone!